Dragon's Dogma 2 was a blast for me, but after playing it for 117 hours, I finally called it quits, not because it's not fun anymore, but because it's drawing a lot of GPU power that sometimes my PC gets into a really hot temperature. It doesn't exceed 90 degrees, but I'm very afraid once my PC temperature goes to 80 degrees, which was the most temperature I got from a game, and one of these games is Dragon's Dogma 2. Now, I know it feels weird because my intro talks about Dragon's Dogma 2, but my problem is somehow related to Warframe. The game is new, and I think that new games nowadays really require a powerful rig and not just like my RTX 2070. I have been using these graphic cards for years with no problem playing games like Fallout 4, Path of Exile, Remnants from the Ashes, Total War 3, Destiny 2, Warframe, Apex Legends, and even Red Dead Redemption 2 at high settings, but it seems that Warframe is a different case after the Whispers in the Walls update. I noticed this when I was playing the Whispers in the Walls quest, and then my fans suddenly became so lively that I had to check MSI Afterburner to see the temperature of my rig. It surprised me when I was sitting at 81 degrees Celsius that I had to stop playing the quests and rest for a while. Mind you, my average temperature before Whispers in the Walls sits around 63 to 65 degrees Celsius. This never happened before while playing Warframe, and so I decided to open up my rig and see if there were faulty parts that may have caused the sudden temperature rise. Maybe a fan broke or the thermal paste needs replacement, as I was so concerned that playing Dragon's Dogma 2 for weeks with high temperatures might have damaged some parts of my rig. After doing total maintenance for my rig, I boot up the PC and then try to continue playing Warframe. To my surprise, the same scenario happened, and my fan suddenly kicked in after playing for about 10 minutes. Then I had to check the temperature again, and it was going nuts as it getting to 80 degrees Celsius. This time I tried searching online whether this is just an isolated case or if some players are also experiencing this problem. And then I saw this Reddit post saying that the new volumetric fog is causing performance issues in the game. I did notice a drop in frame rates in the Sanctum Anatomica, and lowering the volumetric fog seems to solve the problem. I think Digital Extremes also updated this option, and it's now in a better state, but I'm still keeping mine medium. The best would be to set it at low or even disable the setting for maximum performance, especially if you are that type of player who wants smooth gameplay and don't mind any special effects like fogs in the game. Setting the volumetric fog to low settings seems to slightly solve my high temperature problems, but honestly, Warframe is not the same anymore. I get the fact that they are upgrading the game, and we players should upgrade our rig if we want to continue getting good performance and quality graphics at the same time while playing Warframe. The only problem though is that graphic cards nowadays don't come cheap, and honestly, it sucks that new graphics cards don't even last more years compared to the old days. It seems like if you want to play new games right now, you will need to have a PC that is built by NASA. In the case of Warframe, I can get away with a decent 60 FPS even when recording videos in the past with high graphic settings. But since the lighting changes that Digital Extremes added during the Whispers in the Walls update, my PC needs to work 2 times, and it's consuming way more GPU power than usual. Also, playing in high graphic settings while the volumetric fog is at a low setting will give me around 70 degrees Celsius average temperature right now, and this temperature is just on my orbiter. While checking on my foundry, tinkering with my Warframe builds, or doing some fashion frames, the temperature still ramps up to 76 degrees at max while doing missions, especially while doing missions in the Entrati tile set. Now, I'm not suggesting that you should upgrade your PC, as just like I have said, graphic cards are not cheap right now, and it's not just upgrading your graphic cards, but also upgrading your CPU and your motherboard, so there won't be some bottleneck effects in your rig. It costs a lot to upgrade a PC these days, and instead of that, you can still play Warframe, but you need to disable new features in the game. You can still play at high settings, but turn off volumetric lighting and dynamic lighting. In addition, particle system quality should be lowered, and I hope there was an option to disable this in the game, since particle effects are just like pixel pukes, and it's really ugly, especially when you are recording some footage in Warframe. Finally, it's up to you whether you have volumetric fog at low setting or just totally disable it. Now, I should have posted this during the Whispers in the Walls update, but I waited until Digital Extremes will somehow fix the performance issue with the new lighting effect after a few months. Sadly, I'm still getting the 70 degrees Celsius and more while playing Warframe and missions, and it's like a norm right now seeing the temperature with all the new lighting effects in Warframe. Well, it's not that high, but I still prefer seeing the old temperatures, hence I disabled all the new effects in Warframe, but I'm still hoping in the future that the new feature will be properly integrated and optimized for the game. Warframe still looks good without the new lighting that has been added during the Whispers in the Walls update. This is the only 10-year-old game that looks like a new game released in the market. Now, I know that adding more graphic fidelity is great as it makes the game more gorgeous, and I know that some of you like their game to be stunning as much as possible, but if your system can't handle it, then don't risk it. It's better to play your favorite game in your trusty battle station for years and years to come than playing it stunningly, but risking your computer's health due to high GPU demand. So this is just a fair warning based on my experience playing Warframe diligently after Whispers in the Walls update, and I hope that this will help you. By the way, if you find this video helpful, then please consider liking and sharing it. For more tips and guides, be sure to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you will get updated on our latest uploads. Thank you so much for watching, and we hope to see you again in our next video.